Hey guys, welcome back to the Horror with your host with the most, Jenna, as always. Welcome back. I know I kind of changed it up a little bit. I figured I'd stand for this one, so you're gonna see me pretty jittery today. But anyway, let's get down to our movie review for the day. So what I'm going to talk about today is The Haunting of Molly Hartley. Now, I'm not sure how many people are aware of this movie or whatnot, but I definitely feel like this is one that's pretty underrated. Um, Honestly, it's nothing like great or spectacular, nothing that's going to change your life. But I just feel like there's a little something to this movie that people really need to give a chance to. Um, so let's crack into it. Let's crack into it. Plus, I might be surprised at how many people might actually know of this movie and enjoy it. Now, I know there's a second one that just came out, um 2015. Don't watch that. That's a piece of shit. I don't even think I finished the movie. I don't even think it even has any of the same actors. I don't even know what goes on in it. That's how forgettable it is. Don't check out the second one. But let's talk about the first one. So, the first one here, Haunting of Molly Hartley. Like I said, I truly, really enjoy this movie very much. And I think a lot of it has to do with the sort of the writing of the movie and also the casting and the acting in this movie. I think it's done very well. Let me run through real quickly the cast of characters. Now, Haley Bennett plays Molly, our protagonist. Now, she's obviously like a new student and everything. She's new to school and everything. She then kind of, in a way, like, she sort of is befriended by Alexis, but played by Shanna Collins. And Alexis' character, she is what most people would call a Jesus freak, and I think they even kind of call her that a couple times in the movie itself. And she also, unlike a lot of the other kids, a lot of their other classmates, Alexis, you get to feel like she's not rich like her fellow classmates because she also is kind of picked on because she's on a scholarship to this prep school that they have. And, so it just kind of has like, two things against her or whatever. And then Molly also befriends another girl, Leah, played by Shannon Woodward, who, Leah's character is definitely more of like, sort of like a rebel, sort of like a misfit a little bit and everything, a little bit of an outsider, in a different way to Alexis. Kind of like two very opposite outsiders that we have, which is, I feel like it's kind of rare in horror movies to have two sort of like unpopular people in it, especially females. And then we also are introduced to Joseph, played by Chance Crawford. Now, Joseph's character is kind of like love interest for Molly, and vice versa. He definitely takes a liking to Molly, but of course, since he's kind of like the cute guy and everything, he has an ex-girlfriend, Susie, played by Anna Lynn McCord. Now she is kind of like the slut, but she's not like the overbearing slut. She's not the typical slut. I feel like, at least with me, you get the sense that she kind of, if there's a guy that she likes, she kind of gets him, sort of, but you don't see her going around literally with like every guy in school. And of course, since Joseph is taking a liking to Molly, Susie automatically does not like Molly, is a bitch to her and everything. She's that bitchy slut. But yeah, like all these characters are definitely, at least for me, I like all these characters, even Susie, who's our bitch, or Alexis, who's this weird Jesus freak. Like, I still really like all these characters. I think they're all really well written, and quite frankly, like, maybe with the exception, well, no, even Susie. I feel like these are people who, they're not like necessarily Hollywood in my book. Like, like the guy Joseph, like he's cute, but he's not that like Zac Efron or whoever, just like drop dead gorgeous model type. Molly, I feel like, is very kind of a natural beauty. Very, I know it's cliche to say, but like girl next door. Like, and I always see like girls who kind of look like how Haley Bennett looks in this movie, and she's very natural, just small town head girl, basically. She's very beautiful. But yeah, the cast is just very, to me, likable. Like I don't. And each character, I have to say, even like the dad and like the social worker and stuff, like each person is definitely utilized and very, very important to the plot of this movie, which I really, really like. Um, and this movie came out in 2008, so this was really kind of like at the beginning ish of all the like sort of like paranormal and like exorcism type movies, and this was kind of like almost a cross between them, although it's a little more leaning towards like a possession type movie, but it definitely I feel like it has a little more of a fresher take on the genre and the storyline itself. Because I feel like a lot of movies that we have, especially now, even though this is like 9 years after this movie's made, that I'm doing this video, like I like checking out, a lot of like the exorcism movies or possession movies and like ghost type movies, but a lot of them are really just seem very generic, very like, okay, this one did this, well, how can we top it? This one I feel like definitely didn't try to necessarily copy another movie that they've seen. I feel like it definitely has a really good, strong storyline and plot. Um, so Molly, we come to find out that obviously she's a new girl, new student in school and everything, and we find out that her mom is locked up in a mental institution just outside of town, and her dad wants to kind of give Molly a fresh start, kind of put a little distance between her and her mother. And we find out that her mother tried to actually like stab her in the chest one day, tried to kill her and everything. Everyone thought that she was just going crazy and everything with like the stories that she was telling, that we don't, find out the reason why she was trying to kill Molly until towards the end. Um, so yeah, there's gonna be spoiler alerts. It's like almost 8 minutes in. I'm telling you, there's spoiler alerts. Um, and like Molly, we come to see that she's been having these like visions. She's been hearing things and everything. So we're kind of like, oh my god, what's up? And each one of like the friends, like she tries to have like, figure out like sort of who her friends are and everything, like especially between Alexis and Leah. 'Cause they're two very different outcasts. Obviously, she's a new girl. They're gonna be more accepting to her and everything. She's just trying to figure out, okay, who do I like better and everything. But I definitely feel like with Alexis, you feel like even from the start, you feel like there's something about her that like she kind of knows something. You're very like, like I want Molly to like her, but I don't know, maybe it's the whole religious thing. Maybe she's a little too religious or something. Maybe that's why I'm a little uncomfortable. But you definitely feel that like she sort of, I don't know, something's a little off with her. I mean, at one point, Molly was in the hospital to have a small little like tumor in her like nasal cavity removed, and Alexis comes to see her, and she asks, and it's kind of a little weird to be in a hospital and you ask this question, at least for me. She's like, "Oh, have you been saved? Have you been baptized?" And it was kind of like you just met her 5 minutes ago and you're asking her that. Like, okay, whatever. So it's like little things like that. I mean, she even says too, like, oh, when she came to see Molly, she brought her flowers, and she's like, oh yeah, my mom or my grandma works at a hospital, and she says flowers brighten up, people's day, blah blah blah. And you're kind of like, okay, whatever. We find out later exactly what she meant by that. Um, but yeah, so it's like little things and everything, and it's just a terrific little movie. Um, and then as the movie progresses and everything, and you kind of see little things like Molly keeps thinking she's going crazy. Like she keeps thinking about her mother because she never really was fully told the truth about her mother and why she was really locked up. She just thinks it's because, okay, she's nuts. She, stabbed me, which, okay, yeah, but she almost seems like she knows, like, there's something more to it than that. There's just something more to it than my mom literally trying to stab me in the chest one day. And so as it goes on, we come to find out, and like the kids started to kind of like catch on to things. Like they would say, like the Susie, the ex-girlfriend, after a party one day after they got into a little spat, her and Molly, she was in the hallway and she's like, oh, I know what you are. I know what you are. And it's kind of like, what is she? What? What? Crazy? Are you trying to say she's crazy? I don't know. I don't know. But it's kind of weird, just like little things that kids are like doing, almost being a little sneaky all of a sudden with her. And then, she goes to see Alexis, she's freaking out. She's like, oh my God, I don't know where it's turned. Like, I want to be saved. I want to be saved. She finds out that like she, has until like her 18th birthday basically to live because we come to find out that her mom and her dad, when she was born, they were at like a restaurant or something, and they were in the bathroom, and like the mom literally had her like prematurely. Molly was dead; she was stillborn or something, and the mom had said like I had already lost a couple of other babies, I couldn't lose another one. And out of nowhere in this bathroom, this mysterious woman comes and is like, here, let me, revive your baby, but here's the catch. She's only going to be alive till she's 18, or she's going to like turn into something very dark and everything. So basically almost like, infusing her with like a demon or something. So it's like that twist at the end, you're kind of like, because usually with like a possession movie, it's usually, kids already like, at least a few years, at least around like 10 or something and then, we see like demons kind of like, possessing someone. But no, this was like, she was dead already. She didn't have a soul. She didn't have a heartbeat. She had nothing. And then they fill her with darkness. But yeah, and it's just like, all these people kind of like, you realize like all these people, her social worker at school, her little, love interest Joseph knows. And then we also find out that Alexis knew, but she wasn't really part of this whole circle of people who were trying to get her to sort of cross over to like the darkness or whatever, so she doesn't die or anything, but she's still going to be like kind of possessed. She's not really going to be Molly. She actually found out from her grandma Molly's whole backstory because her grandmother is a nurse at the same psych ward that her mother is locked up at. So, she's kind of going around telling people like, but yeah, like it just this whole like movie from like beginning to end, like I said, I feel like it's really well written. Great cast, well acted, pretty well written. I mean, there's the little things here and there, I would say, that are, but yeah. But yeah, I mean, definitely check this out. For those of you who have actually seen this movie, let me know what you think. I'd love to hear it. Whether you love it or hate it, you know me. I'd love to hear your opinion about it. I ain't gonna trash you. I ain't. But anyway, guys, that is it for me today. No more videos today. I promise. I promise. You guys have been great. Until probably tomorrow, you guys stay creepy, classy, and a little bit sassy.